My name is Kenyon Kluge. I'm from Santa Cruz, California. I'm the team owner and rider for K Squared Racing. I'm also the team manager and rider for Zero Motorcycles Racing. If you want to find out more information about me, you can look at my website, ksquaredracing.com, or for more information on Zero Motorcycles, go to zeromotorcycles.com. And now I'm going to talk to you about motorcycles. So to change your motorcycle oil, first you should get the right tools together before you start the job. Of course, the motorcycle oil that you're going to use, up until about 3,000 miles, I recommend that you use a petroleum-based oil, after which you can switch to a synthetic. You're going to need a funnel to pour the oil into the motorcycle. You need your oil filter, an oil filter wrench, either one of these handy ones that goes on the end of a socket, or just an old-fashioned oil wrench. And then you're going to need a ratchet or a wrench with the right size socket, or at least sized appropriately for your size drain bolt. You may also need, if you have a bike with fairings, you may also need some tools to remove the fairings to get to the oil plug, or if you don't have fairings and it's all available, then you can just go at it. I have these race fairings, so I'm going to go ahead and pop these off, remove the fairing. From there, you're also going to need a catch tank, which you're going to go ahead and place underneath the drain on your motorcycle. It may vary a little bit, but it's going to be somewhere under the oil pan at the bottom here. Take your wrench, go ahead and loosen that and spin it out. Be aware that it's going to shoot a little bit at first. And if it's extremely cold when you're doing it, then I would recommend idling your motorcycle until the oil temperature comes up to about 80 degrees or so that it flows and you get all the oil out of your motor. Once that's drained, and you should leave it for about 5 minutes or so to let it fully drain, go ahead and put that plug back in, tighten it down with a wrench. Don't over tighten it, you don't want to strip the threads. Then you're going to remove the oil filter, which is in up under the front here, so it's going to be somewhere in the front of the motorcycle generally. Go ahead and again remove that using your wrench, loosen it, and then spin it off. Put it in your catch tank. Take your new oil filter, put a light coat of oil on the seal to make sure it's lubricated, and then spin it on and tighten it as tight as you can get, hand tight. And then take your wrench and go 1 more 1/8 of a turn tight from there. So hand tight plus 1/8 of a turn. Once you've done those two things and you're all tightened back up and sealed back up, you can add your oil. So now that you're ready to fill the oil back in your motorcycle, go ahead and remove your oil filler plug. Put your funnel in there. Start adding your oil to it through the funnel, watching the window here, but make sure your bike is on a flat level surface and that both wheels are flatly on the ground. The bike being higher, like in this case on the stand, or on a slanted hill, is going to affect the level of the oil in that window and throw off your measurement. So make sure it's flat, fill it up to about halfway between the empty and the full line, then go ahead and put your cap back on. Run the motorcycle for just a couple minutes until you see some temperature rise in the oil, and then let it sit for about 5 minutes and check that, and you'll see that the oil level has gone down because the oil has been circulated back through the new oil filter. Go ahead and refill it up to the halfway between the empty and the full line. Put your cap back on. Wipe down everything to get any oil drips off of the bike that you might have dripped in the process, and then you're ready to go.